You're about to lose me. Just like that, just like that. Just like that, just like that.
Hello. You're about to lose me. Just like that. Okay. Hello, 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 Jallio. Sorry. Um, welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So let me just. Anywho, sorry, I copied the wrong thing. Let me put this on the screen, y'all. All right. You're about to lose me. Here we go. What did I put? No, I didn't put it on the screen. Here it is. Welcome, guys. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Excuse me. Let me just make sure I have a few things set right because, you know, your girl kind of is never actually, my mind is always somewhere else. It's true. Y'all know this. Anywho, today, right now, we're going to be doing past life readings and black magic revocation. If you have some demon harita, doing some not so nice magical stuff to you, this is probably the best time for you to join me so that we can undo that stuff. Let's just check something real quick. I want to say I fixed it. I did. I want to say I did. Let's see. All right. So it's working now. All right. Here goes, guys. Here goes. Here goes. So let's just see who's here with me. Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone. Ooh, I'm loving this. I'm loving seeing everyone's names. All right, let me put this on the screen. If you'd like to purchase an expedited request, something you want done during the past life tea party, you simply go to emmyevolving.com/shop/past life party, and you'll be able to get that there. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's get back to the dashboard for my Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and pin the link over on Facebook. So if you're watching over there and you'd like to get something done, you can go to the link, and the link is already pinned here on YouTube. We're going to go ahead and do one number war for now. Let me just let me clear this out. How do we clear this out? How do we do that? Okay, let me just delete it. So that's what we'll do. Y'all want to play hard to get with me? Okay, I got a number. Pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches the number that I have on my phone, you will win a Claire Tarot reading. So sing-songy. That was so sing-songy. It was so ridiculous. All right. Ooh, what? Maria's Mozart? Wait. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I put that on the screen. Wait, what number am I even looking for? Where's my note? Here it is. Sorry, guys. Totally had a brain fart. That was not the number. I don't know why that stuck out to me. What the frick? Okay, I'm going back to check. Okay, no one's gotten it so far. Oh my god. I see quite a few that are very close though. Like very, very close. Hold on. You guys can do it. Hi, Viking. So sorry, you guys. I had a moment like I was all by myself in the room. Like, who is this? Oh, that's why I was drawn to your energy. It's like, who is this? Okay. It's not 72, you guys. It's not 72. I totally freaked myself out. That energy was just booming, is why. It turns out it's someone that I already know. So, oh my gosh. Why am I like this? Deb Lashbrook! You won at 52. Deb Lashbrook. Deb Lashbrook. You guys, sometimes my brain. Let's do this, okay? Congratulations, Deb. Here goes. Uno, dos, tres. Okay, Deb, we got some stuff going on. Kind of, sort of, not too much, but just enough. So there is something, dark interference and flow sigil. So there's this that's kind of trying to get through. It's blocking the flow a little bit, but not enough to completely be an issue. Okay. So definitely need to keep track of that. I'm sure you already are, but it's also trying its best to block ancestral magic. For me, seeing this makes me feel like it's trying to block like mother type energy, if that makes sense. Okay. So there's definitely something that is attempting. I don't think it's going to be completely successful, but you definitely have to keep an eye on it. Okay. I don't sense anything in your field. I don't sense any points of breach. I don't necessarily sense like a full on outright parasitic attempt or attack. If something did happen, it might have been a little bit ago. Not anything super recent. Okay. All right. Thank you, Deb. So let us get started. Again, if you would like to if you'd like to get an expedite, just go to that link before my husband shuts it down. Because you know he will. He will shut her down. Okay. Let me open the list. You're all I need to get by. Ooh, okay. We have Moon Rock. Moon Rock. Moon Rock. Okay. Sorry. Let us see. All right. us. Moonrock, are you here? Moonrock. All right. Is there anything in particular you want me to scan for, Moonrock? All right, general. Hold on. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. One second. Let me just play a song for me to. My focus keeps being drawn to your sacral chakra. Is there something that you're wanting me to look for? I know you said you wanted a general scan, but are you experiencing symptoms of anything? I also see a lot of activity in your kundalini. Okay. I see a new type of shielding being placed behind you. Do you feel anything around your shoulders? It's almost like Michael is placing something over your shoulders, like personal protection. And then your auric shield is being heavily fortified. Does that make sense? Your left shoulder's hurting. It's muscle tension. a lot of muscle tension. It's the deeper layers. And then it kind of ties into the fascia of that region as well. So, has a lot to do with like tension, stress. So, yeah, that's all I see. I don't see any outright parasitic attempts. Um, I see a nice flow of energy through. Um, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with your field. You're welcome. All right. Miss Meliss. Thank you, Moonrock. Let's see. Whew. Hi. It's already a lot of energy surging. Give me 1 second. Whew. Oh. Give me 1 second, okay? Okay. All right. So breathe deep and slow. Fast movement. We're writing on Aaron Doran. Fast movement. So fast. Over land. And then we're going straight up, vertical. This vertical flight. Flying close to the sheer drop off. Hugging it real tight. Flying real fast across the palace grounds. Or inside the chambers. Oh. This is the start. This is the start of the Nexus event. We're being given instructions in a small box. We'll fly with three endurance. We have to get to the secondary Stargate. The Nexus event was manufactured. It was manufactured. To give us time to hide the box. We're flying fast. We're cleared to jump from the Gulf of Aden to Lake Titicaca. And then to Chichen Itza. All the events. The record of the true events is in the box. The Nexus will hide the events. The travel is too fast. It's too fast. My brain. Okay. The continents are being shifted, and the ice wall is melting. There are sigils, and they're giving instructions. The sigils are coordinates. There's 10 coordinates. Ten coordinates. There are seeds planted in each coordinate. The coordinates are above ground as well as subterranean. The place where they intersect. The Deca halls. That's where it's hidden. Stories will continue to recycle with new details added on. Those are new threads from the Nexus event. If you braid the threads, the weaver will come. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. No. 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 Is it Pandora's? Mm. How do you feel? Is it uncomfortable? Did that start just during your reading? How does your chest feel? Right before I asked. I'm going to mute the mic really quick. So, you feel okay? You feel fine? Okay. So, with the past life containment, um, it there's a lot, and not all of it can be contained. What I did do was go ahead and create almost like a file order. Um, and will that file order will help you to not be overwhelmed. I mean, I think it's still going to be overwhelming if we're going to be honest, because it's a lot of stuff, a lot of past life memories, very delicate information, and things like that that are coming through. So I feel like, no matter what, it's going to be a lot that you're going to have to process. But I also feel like with some of that organization that your higher self allowed me to install, um, it'll help. Okay. Do you have any questions? I know this was very weird, but do you have any questions nonetheless? All right. So, no dizziness, right? Okay, good. Let me know if you get dizzy later, and I'll make sure to correct some of that for you. Okay. All right. Jade Estes. Jade, are you here? All right. So I saw your question. Let me just. All right. Okay. So you have Three of Swords: absence, sorrow, disappointment, strife, removal, dispersion, diversion, opposition, separation, and delay. It's gonna be a while. Okay. Um, the sense that I get and the feeling that I get from this card, it's gonna be a while because okay, so you're not gonna like what I have to say. Okay. You're not gonna like it. You're going to realize that what I'm saying is probably true, but you're still not going to like it. So, um, it's this thing of, and maybe I'm misreading things, but I will just say it. It's this sense that I'm getting that rather than working on yourself, you're using a relationship to kind of distract you from the self work that's needing to be done now. That's not to say you haven't done a tremendous amount of self work, because you have. You've come a very, very long way. But right now, your focus is on creating relationships when you are not stable within yourself. Your sense of self, you haven't fully uncovered that sense of self yet. And that's why everything outside of you will be a projection of the disconnection inside of you. Okay. Now, it's not to say you're not lovable, because you absolutely are. But right now is really not the time for you to be in a relationship. And the more you seek it out, the more it's, yeah, exactly. It's going to have you real fucked up, you know? And it's just one of those things where it's like, who doesn't want to be, um, in a committed relationship? Of course, everyone wants to be in one. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to feel loved. Right now, the love that you need really has to come from you. And that's why, it's just not working for you right now. Okay. Let's see. We have the Four of Staves in reverse: loss of full tranquility, unfulfilled romance, insecurity, tarnished beauty, incomplete happiness. So, it's one of those things where the cards are really just reiterating pretty much what you already know, you know? And then you have the 5 of cups in reverse. Hopeful outlook, favorable expectations, new alliances, affinity, return of an old friend, and a reunion. I think this has to do with you, a return of you, reuniting with yourself. Now, I mean, you know, it's up to you how you're going to receive this. But until you can get a better sense of who you are and what you actually want, you're going to keep going for the same type of guy, the type of guy who keeps doing you dirty. Girl, I have so much love for you. So I'm going to be extra honest with you. Are they doing you dirty, or are they doing what you sought them out for? Right? You know how to read people. I know you know how to read people. You might not think that you know how to read people, but I know that you know how to read people. And I feel like there's still this part of you that seeks out the very type of man, boy, who can punish you until you heal that wound. And you don't have to be completely healed. Until you heal that wound, you will continue to seek out the same fucked up scenario every single time. So you can learn it by choosing to continue to go through those situations and getting to the point where you are so hurt that you just really give up on relationships and now you're going to focus on yourself. Or you can choose to pause on the relationship stuff, leave that alone, really focus on yourself. It's going to be hard because you're going to see things about yourself that you might not like, things that might make you feel certain ways that you don't want to feel. And then you can love those parts, you can make them feel whole again, and then begin seeking people out. Okay. Yeah. You'll be fine. But, it's up to you how you want to receive these words. But you're not going to have a meaningful relationship anytime soon. You're not. I could be wrong. Usually, when I say I could be wrong, I just don't want to be the one to be so honest that I hurt your feelings. So, all right. Thank you, Jade. Angela? Oh, no. Wait. Sorry. Gaze, are you here? Hold on, guys. I need my earbuds. All right. Hey, Gaze. Just trying to get someone to give me my earbuds. They're in my workout bag. I don't know if anyone could get it for me. Let's see. Hi, Gaze. Do, 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 do. Thank you. Love you too. Hold on, Gaze. I'm sorry. All right. Breathe deep and slow. How do you feel? Any discomfort? Okay. How's your heartbeat? It's not racing, is it? Okay, good. Thank you, guys. It's going to continue for a few more minutes, okay? So make sure you stay seated. Rainbow flames. Yes, I did 2 of them. Did you mean a second? Yes, I did 2 of them. The inorganic entity cloak armor and the past life trauma clearing. Unless you had something more than that. Rainbow flames, are you here? 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 Mm-mm-mm-mm. You're welcome. Happened the moment when you were revealed, 'cause you were a dream that you should not have been, a fantasy real. Okay, I don't think Rainbow Flames is here. You gave me this beating, baby. River Soul. Oh, there you are. All right. River Soul, you're after Rainbow Flames. Rainbow Flames, is there something in particular that you want scanned? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That shouldn't not have been fantasy. I love this song. General? Okay. Have you been having some okay, so that makes sense. You have puncture wounds all over your back. Much deeper punctures through your auric shield into your etheric matter, I guess you could say, behind the heart, like between the shoulder blades. It goes from your ankles all the way up, all the way up. Have you been having pain there? Like discomfort? Love in me. Whenever, wherever, whatever. Baby. Wherever, whatever. Yeah, it's puncture wounds. Something's attacked you energetically. I look at the front portion of you and I see a dimming across your abdominal cavity. So from your solar plexus down to your root, there's been a lot of energy that's been drained out of those areas. Um, have you been working out hard? Is there something to kind of explain, the discomfort, or are you feeling the energy? Bye-bye, baby. Oh, shit. So a couple of weeks ago, let me guess. First, it started like allergies or something, a lot of sinus, and then it moved to the throat, and then it was the lungs, a lot of mucus production. I'll give you the breath. 2 to 3 weeks ago. So, how are you with mental health right now? Okay. Yeah, I figured you weren't going to be very good in your mental health. Um, I'm tempted to not mention it, but that wouldn't help you with holding this information. Um, you've been exposed and have gotten 3M. So you have 3M, which is a more physical, um, 2M strain. You're less likely to give it to people via um, through the internet. Um, so it's you have 3M. You have 3M. So yeah, that explains a lot of what's going on with your symptoms, with your, you know, emotions, the mental health stuff. It's continuing to try and destabilize the lower chakras in order to successfully access the higher. So, you okay? Try and take some deep breaths, okay? Try and take some very deep breaths. Allow yourself to really flood your space with oxygen, okay? You're going to be fine. 3M is not the same as 2M. It's more matter based. Try your best to support your immune system, okay? And try your best to be as neutral as you can, especially considering everything, whatever else you're going through, emotionally and mentally. Okay, you're going to be fine. Um, so, just to be extra thorough, I'm going to go ahead and scan the entire live stream. Um, I won't be entering anyone's field, but I will be clearing whatever needs to be cleared if there's anything in the live stream. Um, so, everyone, just breathe very deep, very slow. My energy will always honor your sovereignty without permission from your highest self. Nothing I do will take any effect on you. Okay? I'm just scanning. Field is contained, nothing has spread. I'm going to go ahead and clear anyways just to be extra thorough, okay? All right. How do you guys feel? So everything's contained. Hang in there, rainbow flames. Hang in there, okay? Okay, River Soul. Boy, it's you I can't do without. Nothing better when I have you with me. Poo, 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 poo. Always work it out somehow. Anytime, any place, I don't care who's around. Hi, River Soul. So breathe very deep and very slow. Do 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 do. All right. Oh, sorry. I just realized what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Contagious. Pick your heart, don't bite your tongue. Let me get an appropriate song. Let's resolve it. It's official. You've got issues. Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed to change? Give me just 1 second. All right. Or inside a large cylindrical chamber. It's very tall. There appears to be like hieroglyphs, vertical columns of hieroglyphs. Kemet. It's Kemet. The chamber is starting to spin slowly. Each row of hieroglyphs spins in the opposite direction of the rows above and below. The color of the inside is like a pale sandstone. I think we're the ones moving the rows, making the cylinder spin. They're starting to spin faster. And there's an indigo type light that's starting to shine between the rows. It seems to be like a message delivery cylinder. Oh, it's not solid stone. It's holographic in nature. Oh, your cloister comes. Your running lead comes, and you've just received the order. We're aware. Cloister's aware. Aware of the theft of the CD2 plates. Aware of Toth's plan. You receive the order to manipulate the translation, the transcription. No more than 2/3 truth is allowed to be transcribed. Only inconsequential truth. He also received the transmission. There would be a brute force attempt by Monkey to breach the chamber, the transcription chamber. Your instructions. To drain the halls of Amenti. No hydroplasma is allowed to remain. That will be their first point of contact. Once they find all the hydroplasma drained, they'll need the actual plates. That's when they'll attempt to breach the chamber. Our cell is ready. They came a little too early. We did not anticipate that they would divide their forces with separate instructions. The secondary chamber was left unattended. Several clicks away, subterranean. No access point except for a secondary. No. Tertiary stargate between chambers. Don't go. Don't go. We went. We're not alone. Archives in the chamber. That's all that's needed. He'll clear all the hulls, giving you time to dismantle. You have a personal tertiary stargate embedded in your chest plate. They don't know. They don't know. They didn't anticipate the Emperor. No mercy. Stargates dismantled. We're heading back. Palace Stargate is being locked down. Only functional Stargate leads to the Devic realm. The Fae are ready. They didn't anticipate the Elder Endurance. More of him are here too. Let the war begin. Are you okay? How do you feel? He's gotten so big. He's gotten so big. You have so many with you at this point. You have like an entire tribe. Do you feel okay? When you say you love me, no, I love you more. When you say you need me, no, I need you more. 'Cause I adore. Hey, Matador. You. I adore All right. Good. I'm glad. Let me know if you get any excessive dizziness, okay? Let's see. Judy, are you here? Baby, can you hear me? 'Cause I'm crying now for you. I'm scared, oh, so scared. Hi, Judy. Feel like I'm standing with an army of men, armed with weapons. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh. Okay. Judy. So. Ooh. High Priestess. You got the High Priestess card. So, wisdom, sound judgment, serenity, objectivity, intuition, self reliance, emotionlessness, platonic relationships. I think this might have to do with some of that intense information that came through the last time you had. I think it was a reading. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was a reading. And some really intense information came through, right? And so it's like this thing of you returning back to, or needing to, or you have returned back to a place of serenity, a place of sound judgment, stability, and all of that. A lot of the things that have been going on, it seems, have been trying to create some type of agitation for you. And whatever this agitation is, it has to do with trying to keep you from gaining clarity. You have a lot of previous lives coming forward, right? Coming back up. And so you need clarity in order to be able to um, discern what information you need from those previous lives. I think something is definitely trying to use your environment, connections, exes, things like that to really derail a lot of the progression you're making heading towards clarity. So you also have the Nine of Pentacles, accomplishment, discernment, discretion, foresight, prudence, material well being, excuse me, love of nature. So it's this thing of you like really entering into a good space for yourself, is a sense that I get. Like a really good space. You're going to have messengers coming through, quite a bit of messengers coming through. Okay. And you're going to be very heavily protected. You know, whatever is being attempted, it's just an attempt. Don't worry about it. Okay. Be aware, but don't spend more time or energy on it than you absolutely need to. Okay. And I think you already know that, to be honest. Let's see. Two of Wands in reverse. Sadness, trouble, restraint caused by others, loss of faith, surprise. So that restraint caused by others, I get this feeling of you avoiding certain things, maybe certain events, gatherings. You said that your daughter is still, excuse me, frequency just shot up. Almost put me to sleep. You said that your daughter is still friendly with your ex, right? I don't know that you need to tell her to stop talking to him. I mean, I don't know that she would listen, to be honest. But it feels like that restraint caused by others is kind of you trying to steer clear of all that stuff. Now, I don't necessarily feel like it's necessary for you to steer clear to that degree. Awareness is definitely necessary, but to that degree, I think that might possibly set off like another set of events. It almost feels like, let me pull one more card. Okay, so you have the Hermit in reverse, right? Imprudence, prematurity, incorrect advice, failure caused by dullness, overprudence, resulting in unnecessary delay. Yeah. I know she's she feels grown and totally has a mind of her own. I don't feel like she's in danger. Um, you know, I don't feel like you have to tell her anything, and I don't think she'd listen anyways, unless it resonates with her. She's her own person for real. Um, but don't allow the readings too to get too thing in your head. Does that make sense? Like it's almost this sense of, if you do too much, if you're like too proactive because of the information you get from readings, that action, that decision might be the very thing that really sets the event into action, into motion. Does that make sense? So you got to make sure that, you're just neutrally observing. And then if you start to see things that indicate that, okay, it is headed that way. I have something in my eye. What the heck? That it is headed that way, then start being proactive. But outside of, you know, you really seeing that, okay, no, it's happening, I say just stay neutral and just neutrally observe. I was told to look at the bottom of the deck, and it's the Empress. So, feminine progress, fruitfulness, accomplishment, feminine influence, and ability to motivate others. So, I feel like that's confirmation for you to remain neutral and just kind of stay in your power. Okay? I think you're going to be fine. I feel like you're going to be perfectly fine. I feel like you're going to know exactly when to take action and when to just chill. Okay? Don't let him get into your head. Don't let any of the readings get too far into your head either. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right. Thank you, Judy. Kevin Jr. When I'm lost. Da, da, da. Yes, I do. I believe one day I will be where I was, right next to you. Hi, Kevin Jr. Da, 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 da. The moon, the stars, nothing without you. All right. Breathe deep and slow. We're beside a riverbank, just watching the water. Bhagavad Gita. I don't understand. It's a different life. Everything is monochrome. Like a greenish turquoise color. Dusty with that color. The terrain is that color. And her skin is dyed that color. I don't think we're human. Our limbs are very long. I don't know where we are. We have a comm system. It's subdermal. I can feel it. No. No, it's a tracker. It's a tracker. Something's tracking. Breathe. 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 Something's hunting us. We have full control over our vitals. Can you excise it? Trace it. Look for implants. Check the brainstem, midbrain, frontal cortex, okay. Excited. Good. Good. Pack the wound. Dirt. Yes. Dig. Dig. Bury yourself just enough. Wait for them to come for the tracker. I want to see who it is. Draco. Don't move. Suspend your animation. They're surveying. They're looking for vitals. They're almost done. There's a secondary survey. Don't move. They're being extra thorough. They were hoping. Don't move. I know this planetary system. The other side of the planet has pinky purple sand. There's a large pyramid there. Unsanctioned. Unsanctioned experiments are being done. They're leaving. Stay still. There might be another scout. Who? Who are you? Show me your face. Your cloister. How do you feel? Good. I think I've only ever seen you in peaceful lifetimes. This was so far from peaceful. Um, How did you feel listening to that? Um, that final scout, um, you did some very serious tactical maneuvering, and you literally just had a loincloth on. You only had a loincloth on, and you looked so frail, but I think that's just the species that you are, or you were in that life. And yeah, no, you're I was like, don't move because there might be one final one. And then it kind of like passed where you were hiding, where you were like partially buried. And then you just launched into the air and did a tactical maneuver that it's very specific. It's a very specific tactical maneuver that is only known or mastered by a specific group of souls. And then you ripped his head off. You ripped the whole you ripped the head off, and you did it in such a way where you were able uh, you were able to pinch cardiovascular structures. So, like, to say it was a clean decapitation is an understatement. Absolutely zero fluids from that being got on his gear. And then you took the gear. You took the gear, put it on, and you were out. I was just like, what the fuck? And you did it so fast. So fast. Like, you not tripping. I I knew I had it in me though. Seriously, no. And that's the thing that's kind of just what threw me off is that um pretty much all the lives that I have seen for you from private sessions, expedites, and things like that, they're all hella peaceful lives. I was not expecting any of that. And I was just like, oh shit. Well, you're definitely cloister. You're definitely cloister. Yes, you are. Um, expect more of that to come up, and expect that to give you a more pronounced sense of self-empowerment, strength, independence. I think part of the reason why you had like recently a moment of maybe questioning if you could do something, if you had it in you to make major decisions, major like moves and stuff, uh, was because you needed more of that life to be able to come back up. Sometimes when we experience a deficit in something, that awareness of the deficit is going to be the impetus for the increase in whatever we're deficient in. So you definitely have it in you. I was just like, oh my, oh me, oh my. That's one way to do it. That's definitely one way to address the issue. Yes. I wonder why they were hunting you though. They released you, um making it seem as though you had escaped, but they were tracking you so far behind that they didn't have eyes on you, right? So that's how you were able to excise the implant. It's like a little rectangle right here. Um, you know those security stickers that they put on things, the ones that are like just a long, skinny rectangle? It looked very similar to that. Very similar to that. And it was tracking vitals and everything. And it was this thing of they knew that you could halt your vitals. They didn't know to what degree, but they knew that you could halt your vitals. So it needed to remain immersed in your bodily fluids. And so you definitely kept it immersed in bodily fluids and packed it in dirt. That like I don't know what that is. It's like a turquoisey type dirt, and that's when they stopped moving. They knew that you had removed it, but they couldn't find you. They didn't expect you to be hiding like that. That was a good one. Thank you for sharing that with me. Thank you, Kevin Jr. That was definitely a highlight for me. Deb Lashbrook. Yeah, you're definitely cloister. Very curious. Very, very curious if you were at the palace. Hi, Deb. Thank you, Kevin Jr. Okay, Deb. Let's see. Mm. Hmm. All right. Breathe deep and slow. We're in some type of chamber. There's lots of ball bearings. It's like we're in a tub of ball bearings. They're doing work. The ball bearings are doing work. Autonomic nervous system repair. Morphogenetic recalibrations. Fascia reintegration. You're being reintegrated back to a physical body. Or being shown something else. You have very specific gear on. This planet is like a pitch black. It's a darkness. There's probes on the left side of our head. No, that's the right side. Directional is off. Recalibrations are needed. You have a type of long rifle. The butt touches your iliac crest, the side of your hip. This is a long range. It's like a long range 50 cal. It's a very high caliber. It goes all the way down your leg. Just a few inches off the floor. Your other leg houses the rest of the barrel. This is a monkey planetary system. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Oh my God. Oh my God. It's the mother. This is an extraction. She's been granted asylum. They sent you by yourself to extract her. Oh my God. They were going to execute her. You're neurolinked. Oh my God. The risk you're taking. That's why you're in the tub. You hybridized your system. I don't understand. Is she alive? Oh, home, 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 home. How you doing, Deb? Okay. Do you have any discomfort anywhere? Okay. Okay. Had to massage my cranium. It was necessary. All right. Thank you, Deb. Flourishing after obscurity. Are you here? Okay. All right, flourishing. What was I supposed to do? All right. Was there anything in particular that you wanted me to read for, or just a general reading? Thank you, Deb. Look at all these walls I built. Maybe they're tumbling down. Didn't even put up a fight. Didn't even make a sound. Found a way to let you in. Never really had a doubt. Standing in the light of your halo. Ooh. Oh, there was nothing. Hold on. Let me check. I can see your halo, 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 halo. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sorry, it logged me out. So give me 1 second. That is so weird. Hmm. Um, last time, did your question go missing as well? Because I don't see it in any of the messages. You asked for general last time. Yeah, I don't. Do you want to quickly email me your question? Because it's not in our emails. Standing in the light of your halo. Ooh. Got my angel now. Look at all these walls I built. Baby, they're tumbling down. Do 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 do. All right. So while you do that, I'm going to go to the next person, and then I'll come right back to you. Okay, Natalie? I'm sorry, Valerie. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just. Valerie, you're up. Valerie Frosto. Look at all these walls I built. Baby, they're tumbling down. Didn't even put up a fight. They didn't even make sound. Hi, Valerie. So I see your question. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at your field. I immediately see attempts to go ahead and it's like your left shoulder blade towards the inside and slightly down. There is quite a bit of shield thinning there. There's been a lot of focused attempts. Do you think someone is trying to do this to you, or do you feel like something is trying to access you? Because there's definitely attempts to access. I look at your low belly and I see a lot of inflammation, systemic inflammation with an emphasis on the low belly. I also see like questionable energy in the low, very low belly area, um, kind of like where the bladder is. Um, this might be TMI. If it's TMI for you, definitely don't answer it. But do you have a lot of bladder infections? Because this energy could be affecting your actual bladder. I have a feeling of someone doing something to me. Ah, shit. So someone's doing something to you. They're doing quite a bit, actually. Um, I see a lot of crimping of energetic pathways. I'm wondering if someone is being used as a Trojan to access you, but they don't have the power to do anything to you. They don't have the know how. And it's something energetic, etheric that's doing something, but it's using them. I feel like something is wrong with my uterus. It's that region because the bladder is kind of like here's the uterus, here's the bladder, right? Yeah. So it's that region. It's not just the bladder, it's that whole region. It's like really questionable energy. Um so if you're, I don't know how familiar you are with my work. Um Usually things don't really concern me. Um by the time I consider something questionable or concerning, most people freak out. So this is definitely not a good energy to have in that area. Um, it actually extends up to your solar plexus. I see a lot of like tendrils, almost like tentacles, but not quite. It goes from your sacral chakra all the way up to your solar plexus. So they look like tendrils because I think they haven't had an opportunity to grow the suckers that you see on tentacles. You have a parasitic situation going on. Um, I can't say for sure if someone is doing this to you or if you just have a pronounced parasitic infiltration. You definitely have something parasitic going on, but again, I can't say for sure if it's a human doing this to you, that it's a result of a human doing something. If a human is involved, I would not be surprised if they're simply being used as a bridge to access you. Like someone who can upset you, someone who can message you, reach out, or whatever it is that they're doing. Um does it feel, this is going to sound weird. Does it feel like something is going through your veins? Like something is floating through your veins? Not your blood, but something is in your blood being kind of distributed through your body? You don't get any sense of that, right? I'm picking up like seeds. Like a chia, hold on. I'll show you. Um it legit looks like this. But it's not like hemoglobin, it's not your red blood cells. They're seeds, they're like little densities. I don't think they're good, because why would you have seeds like that running through your system? I don't think they're good. I don't think they're physical seeds either. I think they're energetic. You need an extraction, hun. You need an extraction. Um, Something this pronounced would be a 2M extraction. Um, because that's a lot of seeds. It has a density, not a density, but like not a density as in physical, but density as in the number of seeds. Like how you saw in the picture, it's a lot, a lot. Um, I'm assuming it has to do with what is going on energetically in the belly region. Um, I also see like a crimping of the kundalini. You're not having any back pain, right? It's pretty low, like tailbone area. You're not having any back pain, like low, but not butt crack. Still above like low rise jeans. every now and then. Has that been going on for a while? The way the energy looks, I would say about 3 months. But has that been going on since before that like 3-month period? Because it might not, what you're feeling might not be connected to what I'm seeing energetically. Because sometimes you get stressed out, you do too much, too tired, different reasons. It might compress your sciatic nerve, and that might be what you're feeling. And the reason I'm asking is to kind of see how much this is going into the density of your flesh. That you definitely want to mitigate that, because once it enters into the density of your flesh, the likelihood of it affecting your physical cells then begins to amplify. All right. So maybe it is because of work, you know? We don't always want to assume everything physical that you sense, that you experience, is having to do with demons and energy, right? We don't always want to do that. It might be because of work. I feel like you're pretty intuitive. I feel like you get a good sense of what's going on with you. I mean, you knew something was going on in the uterus area. Um, Hold on. Let me see. Uh, okay. So, all right. So this is your uterus and your bladder. That's, yeah. It permeates all the way through. So it's like that whole region. That's where I see the energy. And then that would explain. Hold on. Oh shoot! Hot diggity damn! I just took hella pictures of my face. Hold on. Hot diggity dang. So it goes all the way through from the bladder to the bottom portion of the uterus, all the way through to the tailbone. So all the way through. And then there was a crimping by the tailbone area. So yeah. Um I'm not, aside from an extraction, I don't know that there's much else that, yeah. You would need an extraction, a 2M level of extraction, because it's so pronounced at this point. I think the seeds come from a parasitic sac that's in that region. It goes across horizontal. So I don't know that it's someone doing it to you. I feel like you have a parasitic situation. You could have potentially got this from, um, I don't know who. I don't want to speculate and create problems. What if I'm wrong? You know what I mean? I don't want to just start blaming people, because sometimes what I sense might be off, right? So, yeah. If you'd like an extraction, you can find that on my website, meevolving.com. If you look for parasitic extraction and then you click the drop down menu, you can find the 2M extraction there. Okay. So, sorry this is going on, Valerie. Alrighty. Let's go back to flourishing after obscurity. Let's see. Okay. Oh. So, hey, Natalie, I'm sorry. I keep wanting to say random. Okay, hold on. So, give me 1 second. Flourishing after obscurity. I think what you need to do is document all of this. When an employer tries to do like, there's a term for that. What you're describing, it's called constructive discharge, which is illegal. That's the same as firing you with no reason. Constructive discharge is an illegal employer activity. That's illegal. Whether they are, whether they are like gonna retire or whatever, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. You might even want to talk to oh my gosh. Okay. I think at the very least you should document everything. Everything with what she's done, like recall everything and document everything. And if you can get whoever that coworker was to kind of did they tell you this verbally? Did they tell you this verbally about the previous person? Wow. What a demon horita. She's such a demon whore. Your supervisor told you? Well, here's the thing, okay? You email your supervisor because you want it time stamped and not deletable. You email your supervisor, hey, remember what you told me about the previous person, and then describe what she told you. And then say, I believe that doctor is doing that to me as well. And blah, 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 blah. And list what they did, the date, and the time. Because guess what? If HR doesn't do something about this, that's not a safe working environment for you. Girl, I'm telling you, you want. Oh, a history of saying racial slurs. Huh. Hmm. You know what they say about psychiatrists? Being totally serious. I knew several personally. And they all agreed. I heard this from psychiatrists. This is not me like just making shit up. All the psychiatrists that I know say that psychiatrists enter into the field of psychiatry because they're so fucked up in the head that they decided to specialize in it. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. She's in her 70s. Well, now's a good time for her to learn the consequences of her fucking actions. Oh my God, this makes me so mad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're being treated this way. I'm so sorry you're being treated this way. Now, if she has a history of this and the institution that she works for, I highly doubt she owns that entire company, whatever the company is. If they don't do anything about this, and she has a history of this, they need to be held accountable for that. They need to be held accountable for that because she's a representative of their company. So, girl, I'm telling you, I would talk to a labor law lawyer. I would. I would fucking talk to a labor law lawyer. And, you know, I mean, yeah, she's had lawsuits filed on her but dismissed. So maybe they didn't document it enough. Okay, let me pull some cards. Let's see. You want me to give her a yeast infection? She already acting like sourdough bread. I swear to God. Yeast infection will just top it off. I can't give her a yeast infection. She's already yeasty as fuck. That behavior is yeasty. Sour ass. Sour ass bread. I swear to God. I swear to God with her yeasty ass fucking behavior. You should buy her a shirt that says sourdough and be like, "What up, Dr. Sourdough?" Or like just nonchalantly like give her a gift bag with some monostat in there. It'll address her yeast infection. You know what I'm saying? This is why I can't work for another company. I can't. I can't. I can't keep my mouth shut. I'd be like, "Oh, you got an issue today, don't you?" "No?" "Yes, you will with me if you don't fucking knock it off." I so would. You fucking yeasty ass sourdough crooked cooter. Let me stop. Let me just let me just, let me look at my little book. Whew. Okay. So death card. Transformation, clearing away the old to make way for the new. Unexpected change, alteration, the ending of a familiar situation or friendship. Financial loss, beginning of a new era. I would um I would definitely become confrontational. I would become confrontational and I would just be like, "Hi, do you have an issue?" um I'm just saying. I would call everything out. I would call everything out. I really fucking would. I would. I would. I would be like, "Hi, doctor, I'm right here. Is there a reason why you're addressing me in third person to another person while I'm present? I'm just very curious what your dysfunction is. You're being very dysfunctional right now. There's some type of pathology that needs to be addressed because your psychology is just not psychologing. You have a pathology that's not recognized by you. I would highly suggest you speak to one of your colleagues to diagnose this pathology that's going right under your nose. Like, what a bitch. I swear. Okay. Let me not. You're a big girl. You got this. Let me not go off on a tangent about this crooked cooter cunt. Crooked cooter. Because she got a crooked cooter, is what it is. That makes me so mad. I hate when people can't behave themselves in a work setting. Like, bitch, don't make me get Oaklandish up in here. Mm-hmm. Page of Cups in reverse, deviation, susceptibility, temporary distraction, seduction, a flatterer. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is don't call her out on everything. Instead, document everything, the way she demeans you and treats you inhumanely. Public embarrassment, that's not good. That can cause, as she is well aware, um, psychological injury. That can be the root causation of psychological injury. Absolutely. And I would even personally, I would go ahead and, I mean, I hope you got health insurance because I would start seeing a therapist over this. And I would start telling the therapist everything. So that way it can be logged in by a neutral third party. In addition to speaking to a lawyer, you know, it's just it's one of those things where, girl, maybe this is how you pay your loan off. Maybe this is how you pay your loan off. Creation is giving you the opportunity to utilize this and be compensated for the injuries that you are being forced to carry, you know? Yeah, exactly what Ocean Lover said. A lot of those companies would rather protect people like her versus people like you. It's often systematically sad yet true. They often also want to avoid litigation, but would rather do so unethically. Got to document everything, girl. Everything, everything, everything. Make sure it is time stamped. You can text it to yourself, to your phone. You can email yourself. It would probably be better to email yourself and maybe text yourself as well. You know, you want to really, really document all of this. In a work setting, you need to. You absolutely need to. Do not deviate from your plan to document. Do not allow yourself to become susceptible to her bullshit. Do not retaliate. Continue to bring it to management's awareness and make sure all of this is documented. Like after you have a verbal conversation with management regarding her treatment of you, you need to also follow up with an email reiterating everything that you spoke about that was verbally communicated between the two of you, between you and management. And then it says temporary distraction, seduction, a flatterer. Like, mm-mm. I wish a crooked cooter would. I wish a crooked cooter would. I wish she would. You got to. You got to make sure because you know what this is? If you back down from this and you quit, it's going to create massive, massive issues between you and your family. They're not going to understand the type of maltreatment you're receiving at work. They're not going to understand that. And it's going to create a lot of misery for you at home if you quit this job. So it would be much better for you to go ahead and create misery, legal misery for the company than it would. My mom tells me to go along with this. Yeah, see. Yeah, it's going to create a lot of problems. This is a distraction for you. So the Lover's card in reverse, failure to meet the test, separation, frustration in love, interference, fickleness, unwise plans. Anything short of, documenting and yes, you have to have the dates and the times and doing all of that. And you might even want to look online for how to document all of this, Um, I don't know. It might even be a good idea for you to kind of get some. Maybe there's a law firm that can do a complimentary consultation, like a free consultation, to let you know if you have a case. Um, you know, yeah, and that's the thing. That's why it becomes such a big deal for you to do something about this and to really stand your ground because I believe they've been very, very hostile towards other employees already, right? And the fact that your supervisor was saying this to you, that says a lot. That says a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. She's already warning you. And who cares if she's retiring? Who cares? Just like she doesn't care that she's creating a situation within you that's leading to post traumatic stress disorder. I mean, the fact that you are having a physiological response to the stress, girl, that is post traumatic stress that is being developed. And with that can fuck you up for your entire life. Till now, and it's been like what, a year? If you jump out at me, if you make sudden sound, sudden movement, it triggers my PTSD. I don't know if I'm going to hurt you or like to protect myself or if I'm going to have a meltdown or what. Like I'm still absolutely fucked up over it. Seriously. Just because I'm functional does not mean I don't have PTSD anymore. Right? So you need to make sure, you really, 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 really need to make sure that you go by the book with all of this. All of this. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's a fucking bully, and I'd punch her in the cooch. Don't punch her in the cooch. I would, though. I'd be like, you fucking hag. No, don't punch her in the cooch. She's a hag. What is a hag? Hold on. Let me find the definition. Define hag. Am I using that word appropriately? Witch, especially. Well, damn. Okay. Sorry. Ooh. Ooh. Hag is an ugly old woman. An ugly old woman, especially a vicious or malicious one. Accurate. Hashtag accurate. Whew. Yeah, you have to go by the book for all of it, okay? Hang in there. You got this. Just you got this. Carmen. Ocean, could you comment that on the live stream? Oh no. Sorry. I don't know if her state has like a labor law commissioner or something. I don't know if that would be within the scope of labor law commissioner. It should be because it's a hostile work environment. All right. Hello, Carmen. Hello. Hello. All right. Let's get started. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Here goes. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, this is major life changes because you have major arcanas. Okay. So we have the sun in reverse, unhappiness, loneliness, possibly a broken engagement or marriage, canceled plans, triumph delayed. So this is kind of where you're at right now, right? This feeling of like things being upside down, being dissatisfied. Hold on though. You also have temperance in reverse, discord, conflict of interest, hostility, inability to work with others. I think um I think what these two things are saying is that it's not necessarily, well, I think there's someone at work that you can't work with because that person is also a sourdough bread, whoever that is at work. But I think what your soul is also communicating is that you have to be able to allow the light and the dark aspects of you, the shadow, to be able to play together. Okay. I think what's going on is you first and foremost, I should have said this first. First and foremost, you have come such a long way, Carmen. Like such a long way. And you have to give yourself credit for that. You have to be able to look back and see how far you've come. Okay. So, with that being said, despite all of this progress that you've made, which is profound progress, if we're going to really be honest, you still partition yourself, the light aspect And then the dark aspect, which is like, that's not okay. We can't use that. We can't allow that to come out. It has a lot to do with your childhood programming of um, like being made to feel as though you can't say anything. You have to just do as you're told. You have to, not make it difficult for everyone by disagreeing. It has a lot to do with stuff like that. Okay. Um, really doing that inner child work and that shadow work will help. But how does that translate to everyday life? Um, maybe that coworker that's really irking needs to you need to say something to them. You don't strike me as someone that likes to be confrontational, especially in a work setting, I bet. um, but maybe it's time for you to kind of uh, um, mirror some of the attitude to the coworker. But I don't know though. I don't know how I feel about saying that or encouraging you to do that, because I don't want you to get in trouble with work. Um, maybe it's not you saying something. Maybe it has more to do with you mirroring the energy, just the energy of it. Um, I don't know why, for some reason, I get the sense of um, like you needing to kind of use how you've seen me allow some of my attitude and my darker aspects to come forward, but being able to do that in a controlled manner, right? Where I'm not just wilding out because someone triggered me. You know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling. I can't stay silent, but all our managers are constantly demanding more and more. There's this girl on TikTok. She cracks me up. She does these like little skits of it's her playing both roles, but um management trying to pile more work on her, and then she plays the employee that's like, no, unless you're wanting to pay me more. It cracks me up. But it's stuff like that, you know um I think that's definitely, you need to make sure you create that boundary, and like, I'm sorry, that's more than what I'm supposed to be doing, unless you want to add to my salary with a secondary position, or you know increase my pay and adjust my title with the appropriate increase in pay. Then I'm not going to be able to do that. That's hard to do. That's definitely hard to do. We are so accustomed to allowing other people to tell us what our worth is that we tend to not talk about it like that, right? We tend not to discuss our needs in that way. um I feel like it has to do with you speaking up, though, allowing that more powerful shadow aspect of you to rise to the surface, because you have the ability to really stand your ground. I see that inside you. I don't think you've quite used it yet. I think when it comes up, rightfully so, it feels like you have a tendency to kind of um, talk yourself out of it. I don't know that you need to talk yourself out of it anymore. I think that where you're headed requires you to no longer talk yourself out of being yourself. I don't know if that makes sense. And then your last card. Six of Cups in reverse, the future, opportunities ahead, coming events, new vistas, plans that may fail. So the last part, I know you're going to definitely take in that last portion more than the other parts, right? So let me go back to it here. So the future, opportunities ahead, coming events, new vistas. Those all feel very positive. And then there's this last portion that says plans that may fail. And I feel like you would hear that more than the other things. So there might be some plans that fail, And those plans might not be plans that you are in alignment with, right? I feel like a lot of what's happening right now is you learning to use your voice, because that voice is very important for the Kokoro 33 work you're going to be doing. That K33 work feels like so much in alignment with where you're headed. And it's really this thing of exercising the parts of you that need to be exercised now before the program is even complete, because you're going to need time. You're going to need time to get acclimated to being as authentic as you possibly can be. And it's not that you're being fake, it's that you're being accommodating. There's a difference, right? You're a very accommodating person, and that's what's really tripping you up right now, is that you know deep inside you that you should not accommodate what's being demanded of you. That's just not, it's not in your best interest. And then there's this part of you that's like, but I don't want to be difficult. I don't want to this. I don't want to that. I need help in regulating how my shadow comes out because it's always been disruptive before. Well, before you didn't have as much depth of maturity as you do now. You've changed so much, Carmen. You have changed so much. So much. I see you blossoming at every class. You've changed so much. And the standards and limitations that applied to you before, they definitely don't apply to you now. So maybe that's where you start the shift, that recognition and embrace of the knowledge that those standards, those limitations, the parameters with which you used to exist is no longer applicable. It's not. You're a completely different person than you were even just last year. Completely different person. If I'm going to be completely honest, I would not have expected this depth of change in such a short period from you, because you're someone who, you're a creature of habit. You like to keep things in the same way because it's more comforting to you to keep it in the same way, and change has a tendency to kind of ruffle you up a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like it's disconcerting for you, and it's very, very stressful. And I see you here now, and it's like you handling things real well, changes, things like that. And you're kind of like you're flowing with it. There's a flow to you now. So don't sell yourself short. But this is something that is going to have to be done in stages, in portions, so that it's easier for you to kind of digest the process that you're in. That's the only thing. It's not going to be something that's overnight. It's going to have to be step by step by step, and you'll see tremendous change. I think it has to do with your work too. Definitely. I think your work is obviously, I don't I don't think it would be very responsible for you to just quit it right now. I don't think that would be in your best interest. I think that will create a lot of unnecessary hardship for you. But I would like you to consider that you staying there longer than you absolutely need to is also going to prevent you and drain you. It's going to prevent you from reaching the levels of potential that you need to reach, that you are destined to reach. And it's going to really, really cripple your growth. For right now, I don't think there's very much choice. I think you have to stay at that job for right now. Okay. But as time progresses, maybe in a few months, you might see that the situation is changing. The country that you're in, there is a huge market for the work that you're about to do, the work that you're being trained to do. You are going to be so much more effective than anyone in your entire region. Okay. In your entire region. You know your culture. You know the culture you come from has space for the type of work that you do. They might use different words. They might call it brujeria, but you know what you can do. You know that there's a niche you can fill, and fill in a way that is so efficient and effective that you will have clients coming to you. You will have no shortage of clients. I know this, you know this. If I were to live there, I would dominate the fucking country. I don't live there. I don't want to live there. I'd probably get kidnapped. I talk too much. I talk too much shit. Someone would probably take me. I'm joking. No, I've always had this fear of being kidnapped. I think it's because my mom kept telling me that I talk too much and someone will kidnap me because I'm too friendly. She used to tell me that as a kid. So that fucked me up. I don't trust people now. Anywho, I think you're going to do well, Carmen. I think you just need to be patient. You need to be patient. It's because you're so much about efficiency, which I totally resonate with that, right? You're so much about efficiency that it creates a depth of impatience with your natural process. But the amount of growth, if you were to look at yourself even just a year ago compared to the you now, you're a different person. You're a completely different person. So, as hard as it is to give yourself credit for your growth, because you know how much more you're capable of growing, give yourself that credit. You really have to give yourself that credit and really take a good look at how far you've come in a very short time. Very, very short time. Okay? Thank you, Carmen. And I would love to see you dominate your region. I'm serious. You're going to do freaking profound things. I would not be surprised if after the certification is completed, excuse me, I would not be surprised if you had the opportunity to go ahead and go into hospital settings and really do all of that. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all, because you are very meticulous in the work that you do. You are very thorough. The way you prepare for it's just there's no competition for you in your region. None. There is no competition for you in your region. Just remember that. And I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't really, truly, genuinely feel that. There's no competition. But you have to be willing to share of the greatness that you are. You can't hide it away. You can't water it down. You have to really allow people to see what you're capable of. And they'll see. Even though you try and hide it at first, they will see. Word will spread really, really fast. And you'll see that you don't need that company anymore. I'm so excited. It'll happen for you. I'm telling you. It'll happen for you. That's why you're being guided down this path. That's why. But it's one of those things where you have to experience the opposing polarity, so that when you juxtapose your current reality with your future potential, you can see exactly the gravity of what you're working towards, what you're trying to prepare yourself for. I think you have a good idea of that already. I really, truly do. I think you have a good idea of it. And I think you're going to get to a point where you're going to flow even more, and you're going to see yourself just blossom in a way you didn't think it was possible. Do you still remember how you used to be like, I can't scan, I can't do girl, I was just like, sure, you can't scan. Do you remember that? Do you remember how little you believed you'd be able to do any of this? It cracks me up now. Like, girl, you so damn good at scanning is ridiculous. I'm so proud of you, Carmen. I am. You've come such a long way. Please give yourself the credit you deserve. You've earned it. You've more than earned it. Okay. So, guys, this was super fun. My attitude was amazing. If y'all could just give this video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We have the podcast, and yeah, give this a thumbs up. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, everyone.